But Lord Monckton makes his career doing lectures in America about how global warming is a complete hoax and how it's actually part of some liberal conspiracy. Lord Monckton is basically a complete charlatan. In 1987, in an interview for the American Spectator, a conservative monthly publication, he stated that the only way to stop AIDS is to screen the entire population regularly and quarantine all carriers of the disease, quarantine the carriers for life. Every member of the population should be blood tested every month, and all of those found to be infected with the virus, even if they're only carriers, should be isolated compulsory immediately and permanently. AIDS concentration camps. And you're probably thinking, well, that was 23 years ago. You know, he surely can't hold that now. And you're right, he doesn't hold that now. He's completely, he's stated that he doesn't stand by that. He's also said that the only reason he would not bother is because there are estimated 33 million people on the planet with AIDS, and that's far too many for us to fucking keep an eye on. He's constantly asserted that he's an hereditary peer and a member of the House of Lords, though without the right to sit or vote. The House of Lords has stated constantly that Christopher Monckton is not and never has been a member of the House of fucking Lords. There is no such thing as a non-voting or honorary member. He's lying. He warned Barack Obama in 2009 that to deal with global warming, Barack Obama would ultimately have to impose some sort of communist world government upon the entire planet. In the current manifesto, the 2010 manifesto, UKIP, if in power, would cease to fund all climate change research, and they would not fund any research on climate change until the scientists came to a general consensus. Well, every one of us knows that gravity and evolution is something that has not conclusively come to a universal consensus. And if you're not going to fund it, how the fuck are they supposed to research it? The 2010 manifesto regarding science also contains some very bizarre policies. This includes the rejection that the Common Science and Technology Select Committee's findings on homeopathy not being medically beneficial. It's quackery. It's woo-woo, as James Randi would say. And the UKIP have stated that homeopathic treatments and remedies will be funded in the NHS, along with other alternative forms of medical treatment, such as Reiki and chiropractic, things most people would realise is completely and utterly fucking ridiculous, but they would fund it. This is not like some rumour, this is in their fucking manifesto. Lord Monckton has also said that the placebo effect is not fully understood and should not be dismissed in favour of scientific proof. Well, that's great. I mean, I'm sure that's very... I wonder what people like Peasy Myers and Richard Dawkins think about that. How do you think they feel about the fact that you are willing to subject this country's fucking health service to the pseudo-scientific, anti-intellectual, faith-based bollocks of homeopathy and other non-beneficial placebo effect based treatments? In stem cell research, they're very vague on stem cell research, but Lord Monckton actually said one thing we don't want to encourage is the acquisition of stem cells from tiny children. He actually used those words. Not fetuses, not aborted fetuses, not, miscarried fetuses. No, he actually said tiny children, as if little tiny children, small children. They're the first and only UK party who would implement a complete and total ban of wearing the burqa. Completely. And you probably think, what about the BNP? No, the BNP would ban the burqa, but only in government buildings. So UKIP, when it comes to Muslim women wearing a burqa, UKIP are actually a little bit more to the right than the BNP. And I'll end with something that happened very recently. The chairman of UKIP in London, a couple of weeks ago, his name was Paul Whiffen, was suspended after he made the following remarks. You left-wing scum are all the fucking same, wanting to hand out our birthright to Romanian gypsies who beat their wives and children into begging and stealing money they can gamble with, Muslim nutters who want to kill us, and the same Africans who sold their Afro-Caribbean brothers into slavery that Britain was the first to abolish. And do you know why he said that? He was angry at being accused by a liberal member of the media of being racist. UKIP immediately suspended him. However, he's already been reintegrated into another constituency. So how can you, Pat Condell, sit there and, having made 66 videos accusing every single member of every religion under the sun of doing nothing but being a mentally unstable, intellectually challenged, childish, immature, superstitious, paranoid, ignorant, bigoted, narrow-minded, detrimental fucking hindrance, a retardation of human civilized advancement, and sit there and support a party who, yeah, okay, they're going to stop people wearing burqas in public, and we all know that that is an issue which is, quite frankly, you know, is going to just change everything for us. But at the same time, you are willing to destroy the health service. You're willing to make us the laughingstock of the world, scientifically. You want this country to be seen as a country where we waste taxpayers' money on homeopathy, where we refuse to fund or legislate or even allow for the possibility of global warming. You want that, do you? Well, I'm sorry, that's not good enough for me. I am not going to let Pat Condell get away with that, or anyone else get away with that as an excuse. You want to promote reason, rationality, science, evidence, fact, education, intelligence, free thinking, common sense. You want to advance civilization. You want to live in a sane, rational, secular society where people base their ideas and their opinions and philosophies on what they know is real and what they believe is true, and not what they've been brainwashed, some ancient text that your civilization is based on reason and logic, common sense, truth, reality, fact. Then what the fuck would you vote for UKIP? And Pat, the fact that you would vote in these people, you might as well vote in Way of the Master, Westboro Baptist Church, Christian Voice. You've got no integrity, no credibility. You are a complete fucking hypocrite. He doesn't care. Well, I do. So, fuck you, Pat Condell, for supporting this bunch of unintelligible fucking throwback retard, Daily Mail reading, uptight, insecure, white male, threatened, fucking nationalistic, ever so slightly borderline xenophobic, racially inferior fucking bigots. Richard the Dick Coughlin, 666. Good night, may God bless.